Well, 4 total today.
But it's Jeeno Thitikul, who is the #1 player in the Rolex rankings, trying to wrap up Player of the Year honors. He's won twice this year, had a bogey at 1, the bounce back at 2. They kept the putter going from off the green at 4.
Doesn't phase her. That sloppy bogey at the first still stays very steady. Rolls that one in.
Trying to wrap up the Vare Trophy as well for scoring average, best scoring average on the season. She can do that this week. Tee shot at the par 3 fifth.
Just showing off her demeanor, even though with that 3-shot lead to start the day, getting off to the slow start. But I mean, nothing truly phases her. It is so impressive.
So back, it has looked like this and felt like this for 3 straight days. Jeeno Thitikul getting set. Paige McKenzie out there.
Yeah, and it pulled the drive just a bit to end up in that waist bunker. This headed right.
Needs to get it to 16 under. Field thought, oh, we got a bit of life. She made bogey at 1. Not so fast.
That's exactly
from
right,
the bunker
Terry.
now.
Feels like it's suffocating how well she's playing here. I know Se-Yeon Kim's got to feel like she's treading water up against Gino. This, again, very straightforward shot. This was a good leave to this position.
Very straightforward bunker shot. That would be any player in this field would be. And for Minji Lee.
For 4 birdies, no bogeys for her. But Jeeno Thitikul looking for her 3rd birdie in a row here at 6.
And not much left remaining in this putt. And I think what's interesting is when you have a front runner like Gino, it kind of forces the hand of the other players. And playing alongside Gino is Se-Yeon Kim, who then maybe took a little more club, ends up hitting it over the green to a more difficult up and down position. Gino, on the other hand, has the luxury of placing the ball where she wants, can leave it short of the green if that's the better leave, and lets her set up now a tap-in birdie.
Three in a row, 4th birdie on the card today after the bounce back at 1 with the bogey and 17 under. The lead is now 4 hole.
This is what it looks like behind the tee at number 7. This is Jeeno Thitikul.
One of the firmer fairways out here on this golf course. Really important to just find the fairway. She's missed a couple to the left so far today.
Like that one. That's your miss. You're doing okay.
Of course, right now. Pick it up at the 7th right now, Tom.
Yeah, this is Jeeno Thitikul. We saw CME Lee hit a nice approach in here. She missed her birdie putt, so she made 4. Nasahata Oka made 4 as well. And let's see what Gino can do. And that should run back down onto the green, so that's good luck for another birdie for Gino. It let a few people in, but since then has made 4 birdies. She's got another chance here. She's been very impressive so far.
She has been honestly very cool to play with, because once you see her in this bubble of peaceful, bubble of calmness, and bubble of very, very steady, you kind of fall into that as well. So you can see that the reactions are not either too high or too low, but they're always very, very steady.
That's good for conserving energy as well, right?
Exactly. That makes you last longer until the weekend. 18 to make a putt to win.
Just a bit of a mystery there for Gino, so it's only going to be her 2nd par of the day. She remains 17 under for the championship, 3 under for the round.
Likely going to grip down on the club. Yeah, grip down on the club and hit a little 3/4 abbreviated finish.
Paige, she really likes to hit these types of shots. She's so smooth in her rhythm with it.
Safe.
Yeah, quick putt there down the hill.
54 yesterday to jump up the leaderboard. Back at the 8th, Thitikul for birdie.
This has some influence off the front bunker.
Oh, thought she made another one. And you're right. At this point, you just expect them to go in like you did with Gabby Lopez.
I mean, we saw it yesterday. I mean, even the putts.
Again here at Tiburon. Gino with this left for par.
And not much in this to worry about. It's really just, again, about hitting a good executed putt, which she did previously on the last, which I thought was a really challenging read. Nearly was able to dunk it.
No problem. Interesting to hear Gabby Lopez talk about trying to stay in the bubble, stay in that zone, and having admiration for this player, young player, watching her do just that.
State.
Oh, I forgot that. That's right. Yeah, Wolfpack may have won.
Top choice of technology presented by Progressive Insurance for this hour. And here is Gino on the tee at the 9th.
First round, she was able to carry the bunker on the right. Given the wind direction, I don't think that's a possibility today. So needs to just play it left of that fairway bunker.
Dangerously left yesterday. Looks to be
Beautiful.
Pretty perfect right there.
Big first bounce, that fairway drying out. They've been trying to dry the golf course out as much as they can. There's a lot of dew here in the morning, so it's quite damp early morning here. I was
It's absolutely hammered to drive down here. Only 128 yards. Perfect angle to this whole location.
just didn't release with that short club.
Maybe a little bit of a breeze right now, challenging the players for the first time in the first 3 days. Great week to finish up here in Naples as usual. 12th edition of the LPGA here, the 75th anniversary season of the LPGA, as we take you back out to the play and the 9th. Tom?
Yeah, Jeeno Thitikul with the birdie putt. Loved the enthusiasm of Craig Kessler, the commissioner of the LPGA Tour since the summer, and already making some great moves. He's gained a lot of respect, especially from the players. Now, Gino for the 3.
And really, this is a good test of pace. It will slope away past the hole, so the tendency is to leave it short. But will she have the courage to get it to the hole? And another birdie.
Didn't quite have enough pace, but you can't get carried away with that putt down the hill. Can run on that side of the green, as we have seen in years past. A nice outward 9 for Gino.
Still leaves you with a short iron. Most players having a wedge into this hole.
Yeah, Morgan, a lot of it's just about picking that approach number. What do you want to be hitting into this green? And then dial back from there.
Watching it. Huh, beauty. Back with the second at 10 for Thitikul.
And at 136, a good solid 9-iron distance.
Ideally, would like to be right of this whole location, but there's only 3 paces there. That's going to leave a putt with a significant amount of break.
Lengthy try for Gino here at 10.
Yeah, this is that cute little hole location you guys were describing. So uphill from here, she's in about as low of position on this green as possible. So a little bit of a slow putt back up the hill.
She had a beautiful left to righter yesterday on 8. Held its line the entire way.
Tee at 11.
Here's Jeeno Thitikul.
Fairways have firmed out a bit, so does need to pay attention There's a bunker through on the right and left.
It's going to be just fine. Avoid any of the divots down there. And a few years ago when they had the big storms, a lot of those trees had come down. You could see right through to the cars, but now it has thankfully grown back up over the last couple of years. Thitikul second.
Likely to favor just right of this hole, leave an uphill putt.
She's just so good with those controlled shots, but I mean, you can see why the scores are so low. These greens are just soft. The fairways are quite firm, so players are having shorter shots.
Doesn't really come into play very often for LPGA players. It does occasionally when the flag is over on the right, like we saw yesterday. Birdies or better per round last 3 years. First. The last to lead that category in 3 consecutive years was Lorena Ochoa, one of the greats from 2006 to 2008. It's tough to beat when you're making that many birdies and not making many mistakes, as we've seen from Jeeno Thitikul. A couple of mistakes late in events this year that cost her victories, but aside from that, she doesn't make too many errors.
No, she has good control of her golf ball, and of course that's what I've seen the last couple of days with Gino, and is able to put it in the correct positions even within hitting greens. You can see right now this is about ideal position back up the hill towards this hole.
She's 4th on tour in greens in regulation and 1st in putts per green in regulation. So not only is she birdieing almost all of the times she hits the green in regulation, or a majority of the times, she's doing it a lot. She's making a ton of birdies. It is so impressive.
Matches Jeeno Thitikul's 3. Impressive stuff from Gino. Barely into her 20s, and she looks so mature and in control of her golf game, leading the way here in Naples. Putter working again.
It's like Jeeno Thitikul looked at her scorecard and went, wait, I made 4 pars in a row. That's not supposed to happen. Birdie at 11. Here she is, tee at 12.
An 8-iron in hand. It's 140 to cover the front edge of this green. This on a aggressive line.
It's a bit unlucky there.
Yeah.
Trickle all the way down into that.
Bit unlucky all the way around for Gino here at 12. Ball looked like it was going to stop, kept rolling, and then you got that between you and the green here. I'll take all of that back. I didn't mean any of that.
So much for the bad luck.
Ah, perfectly set up.
That was how she played it. Interesting way that she played it here. Went with quite a wide open face. A little bit off of a downslope leading to that drain. Perfect amount of check.
Man. How impressive every aspect.
But there's an example of what Gabby said. She didn't get too high there. She chipped it in. Like some players would get really excited about that in this moment coming down the stretch on
the season and kind of her career, and it has worked. She's had a really good second half of the year. We see that victory in her home country. Now Gino.
Well, that would be a good one to follow, what she just saw from Se Young Kim. There is fairway bunker on the left and a waist bunker on the right. She has found that waist bunker earlier this week, so wants to be cognizant of that. Anything in the fairway will be good.
That one is just fine, and it will be just a short shot in. Second at the 13th for Jeeno Thitikul. Oh wow, I mean, this is just spectacular stuff.
I was having deja vu with this hole location to when Amy Yang holed out to that front hole location a few years ago en route to victory. That one nearly there for
drain. Oh, I'll just chip in.
Obviously, we've seen her make a lot of putts this week, Terry, but what's impressed me the most has been her distance control with her irons. just dialed in, barely.
You see Gino in the way that she has played in this championship over the last couple of years, and you wonder why she isn't able to do that in major championships. That's the one thing that's missing from her resume, is a major win. She had a good chance to win in Evian this year, and Grace Kim had an incredible finish to pip her at the post. But
she's 22.
She looks so comfortable, but she's been on the scene for so long. First win was back in 2017 on the Ladies European Tour, and she's only 22.
It took her some time, Tom, to get comfortable to start. I mean, her first victory came from so far behind. Then her first victory on the LPGA, and then, you know,
it's a short birdie putt here to get it to 20 under par.
And it has felt just so automatic when she's in the fairway off of the tee. It just has been an absolute display of irons today. This putt, slightly downhill, not much in it.
Yeah, really well done. Had her first taste of LPGA golf when she would go with her grandfather to see the $1 million prize check hit her bank account.
Up by 4 on the tee here at the par 5 14th. Gino.
Not much in the way of trouble off this tee fairway. Very wide. Just about putting a good swing on it. If she's had any misses today, she's had 2 that she missed the fairway to the left. This on a good line.
3 birdies in a row on the front 9, 3 birdies in a row on the back 9. Working on that here.
95% of the field hitting that fairway in regulation today. Definitely
Wide. It's really just about making sure that you make a good committed swing. And I think that's where the challenge lies, is getting over the mental side to allow the physical to take over.
Man, that's much further down there, leaving her just with another short wedge. Been pretty solid with them this week.
Great look at another birdie here, coming down the back 9 at 20 under par and up by 4.
Day, this is just going to be a test for a wedge. Figure out if she can dial in the right number.
It's a good look at the slope of that green.
She hit some beauties. I think the one on 10 yesterday, the one on 13 today, and nearly holes that one too.
You want to include this one? Man, it's a clinic right now. And looks like another one, perhaps to get it to 21 under par. I have there in the top recovery shots from Jeeno Thitikul, trying to go back-to-back here at the CME Group Tour Championship. There's only been one player to do that. That was Jin Young Ko. Leading after 36. All right.
I feel like you don't have a choice. You have to make it.
Gotta make it.
Well, and if it helps at all, she spun it back, so it should be a relatively straight putt back from where Gino is, based on how the approach shot kind of died to this position. And again, just a touch uphill from here.
Four in a row. I'm not exactly shocked. 21 under par. Not done yet. Still got that par 5 17th. As Tom said, it's not just that first place prize, but big money all the way through the field for your finish here.
Back to the tee at the 15th. Gino and her caddy Banpot. And they'll be hitting the tee shot here. We'll be able to watch it. And over the next hour as well, with a Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance. Well, Paige, she's birdied the last 4 holes. You wouldn't write her off making birdies all the way in with the way she's playing.
It's been incredibly impressive. And I think for this hole, it's really about putting a good drive in play. By my count, she hasn't had a par 4 approach more than 140 yards. So it's been a pretty much a pitch and putt or short iron for Gino all day.
And this is not a short golf course by our PGA standard. 6,734 yards on the card. This one is going to run into that bunker, so it's firming up a little bit. She was short of that earlier in the week. Bit of a mistake, but it's not that hard of a bunker shot there when you're back in the flat of the bunker. Players are running the ball back down in there and having longer birdie putts, but today that's what they want to do. Now Thitikul second.
This is just a pitching wedge.
Is that going to come back a little bit? No, just going to stay there, but still a good birdie chance. It'll be her 5th birdie in a row if it goes in. Back on the 15th here at Tiburon, and Gino for another birdie.
Just down the hill, probably a very popular place that you've seen players putt from today, given this whole location.
Just fooled her, and that is going to be a par. So the run of birdies ends, but it's going to be an easy par for Gino, and she will remain with that very comfortable lead.
It is now 6. Nelly Korda part of that second place right there with Bajari and Narukarn.
Back-to-back $4 million checks isn't bad, Terry.
That'll work. And just posting low rounds. I mean, consistently, most rounds of 63 or lower since 2022. There she is, top the list, and playing along with the player who's right behind, Se-Young Kim. At a 63 on Friday.
Not only for the lucrative payday, of course, but because it is such an important event on the schedule.
Jeeno Thitikul has been in control. I'd like to welcome those who've been watching the RSM on Golf Channel here. Tiburon Golf Club in Naples, season-ending event, and the player who won it last year and is the #1 player in the world shot 63 yesterday to take the lead and 7 under on the round today. Here she is on the tee at the par 3 16th.
Smart club selection. This is 7-iron. Green runs out fast on the left. Was kind of shooting for pin high, and that is exactly what she got.
3 straight birdie run on the front 9. She made 4 straight on the back 9. 11 through 4 here to start the weekend and build that 6-shot lead. 21 under, which is, by the way, the scoring record for 54 holes in this event. This is the 12th edition of the CME Group Tour Championship. The par at 15 has another opportunity at 16. Se-Young Kim, who was closest to her to start the day and who's won this before, spectacular fashion with a great birdie at the 72nd hole back in 2019, said, I'm just watching her. I'm just trying to keep pace. I know I've got to make birdies. Said this yesterday, and you know she's thinking that today. This to get it to 22 under.
There is a little quickness, maybe the last couple feet to this putt, but relatively flat most of the way. That was right off the face. It was not the line she was looking for.
That was one of the worst putts we've seen her hit all week. Maybe a last-minute confusion there in her mind and or misread it so poorly just ahead of her.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, Morgan. I think there was maybe a little bit of doubt and a little bit of misread, and then just a total misstrike off the face. So a little bit more than what she wanted here. And I think if it's going to move anything, it's going to move from left to right. There's a big mound at her back that's influencing this portion of the green. So at least there should be some certainty to this read, and then it's about making sure that you stay down and through the putt.
One of the only bobbles we've seen her make all week was a missed putt of a similar length on the 9th hole in round 1.
Yep, not this time. Made that opening bogey, and since then has just put on a clinic.
Back to the tee at the 17th, and Jeeno Thitikul on the tee at the par 5.
First day, that one looks pretty perfect from there.
Easiest hole on the golf course. 43 birdies here. Not one player has made a bogey on the. And Gino's down there.
And this is a 5-iron. She only has 181 yards to cover that front fringe. Really patient transition in that golf swing.
Everything about this game is patient, Paige. It has just been textbook today.
Certainly wouldn't write Gino off from holding that one for an eagle at 17. We'll see when we come back.
Threesomes, but that to get it to 17 under.
Gino for an eagle at 17.
Yeah, and this has to look really good from where she is. Just needs to get it started, and gravity will take it the rest of the way on this putt.
Just died on her, and that should be before. She's going to go ahead and tap it in. Eight under par for the round. It's just phenomenal golf here. 63 yesterday, bogey free. Today she opens up with a bogey on the par 5 first.
Minjee Lee coming back from behind. So there's a reason why they don't hand the trophy out on Saturday. You still have to show up, you still have to play, you still have 4 holes or so, 5 holes on this golf course, being some of the toughest holes. It's going to be about that stretch. If
$4 million last year, and perhaps on her way this year. We'll see. And just running the numbers, it will be Korda right there in the clubhouse, 65, 16 under in that final pairing tomorrow. Thitikul.
Got in the hole!
Not quite.
we talked about how wide this fairway is. Just very hard to miss, even with the shot that Gino looked like she didn't like it very much. Up the right side, maybe settled in a little bit of a depression there.
Coming home here at 18, and a 6-shot lead for Jeeno Thitikul on this Saturday in Naples.
It's really important to know where you stand.
Absolutely.
And what you have to pull off. I mean, think about, you know, Gino coming down the stretch last year.
Depression around her golf ball should not come into play. Lie is good. She has a 6-iron. If she can land this 10, 12 paces onto the front of the green, just allow it to release towards the back, that should be good. Anything right of this hole, of course, is where she's looking.
Yeah, I would expect her to be looking at the hole sign, the TV tower, somewhere in that direction. No point in flirting with anything left. Conservative play, about what you'd expect with all the danger on the left side of this green.
Well, the scoring's been so great the first 3 days. Last year, it was just, yeah, if you're Jeeno Thitikul, you've won twice this year. You won this last year. You're at that stage of your career where you've revved everything up. 22 years of age. You have that confidence. You know, wrap up the Vare Trophy for scoring. Player of the Year honors. You've made 2 bogeys. There's a reason to be confident. And oh yeah, you got a 6-shot lead tomorrow.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was talking to her coach coming into this week, asking, you know, how she was feeling about defending and all that, and he said her mentality has been really good. Just lower expectations, do your best, and forget the rest type of a mindset. And we've seen that on full display. This one, since 2022, she is 72 under par on this golf course. Second best, Nelly, at 57 under par. And a lot of that, especially what we've seen here, is that mindset that I'm doing my best. I'm not trying to worry about too much else. And the thing is, her best is just that much better than everybody at this moment.
And you flip that around. Yes, you need to know where you stand tomorrow coming down the stretch. But that mindset for her from the start.
Plays out of the gate. Will there be any tentativeness to her game? Will she come out and play tentative golf to start? Or will she just play the same aggressive nature of golf that she's played all week?
What'd you do?
I think you have to try and have that same mentality of play aggressive, fire at flag sticks. I mean, clearly she's very comfortable with her golf swing, firing on all cylinders. You got to keep that up, but the mental aspect of it is what can creep in and cause a player to play more defensively when they realize what a big lead they actually have, trying to protect that lead.
12 years now, the CME Group Tour Championship. Only have had a couple of players come from behind in the last round to win. Lydia Ko 3 back in 2014. That was the first year. And Jin Young Ko 1 back in 2020. So how about this putt for birdie now?
Yeah, this putt's going to be working down the hill towards this whole location. And I think maybe the word of the day tomorrow for Gino will be playing smart. And I think that's what we've seen so far today, is she's been able to take advantage and be aggressive with short irons and wedges in her hand. And then she's played smart when it's not been a scoring club in her hand, like on this hole, for example. So this just going to be about pace coming back down the hill.
Paige, you can have the great game plan and the desire to play smart golf, but she has also had nearly flawless execution on top of it.
And when she's missed, it's kind of looked like that, like it could go in.
It's only the one putt on 16 that we all kind of said, huh,
yeah,
that was interesting.
Yeah.
But other than that, it has really just been so steady, so even keel in her emotions.
A little bit more than she wanted coming back for par.
Just bang 3 and 4 footers in the back of the hole.
Young Kim, so 15 under 7 back. And now the leader to take a 6-shot lead into Sunday.
Got that line on the ball aimed dead straight.
There it is. What a day. Another day for Jeeno Thitikul. 63-64 the last 2 days. It is a 54-hole scoring record here at the CME Group Tour Championship.
Just a remarkable 2 days from Gino. Not surprising, but incredibly impressive.
The day you managed to extend your lead, how would you describe your overall mindset today?
I think it's been pretty good, I would say. I mean, like, just trying to focus on myself and then trying to make birdies and birdies and birdies, because I know it's a bunch of players who be able to make a lot of birdies.
You have so much to play for here tomorrow. How do you handle the pressure with so much on the line?
Well, I think every day we face different situations, and then I think this is another situations that it can help me grow in my golf career. So I'm happy to be able to face it because it's been a good sign. So we'll see.
We're happy to watch you out there today. Great play, and thanks for the time. Terry?
I-6 over Korda and Anna Narukarn. Terry Duffy is going to join us tomorrow from CME Group and does so much for the LPGA Tour as well, including this big purse at the end of the season. Everything on the line tomorrow. It all comes to a close this 75th anniversary season on the CME Group Tour Championship, 1 o'clock Eastern.